Okay, and welcome to our reception presentation. I'm Miss Sash, I'm head teacher, and firstly I'd like to say that we are delighted that you've chosen to have your children educated with us here at Dorridge. We are rightly proud of our school, and we're glad that when you have been on your tours and you have seen our school, that you agree with us. So we are here and dedicating ourselves to your children's education, and as a result I would like to introduce you to our deputies team, and also firstly to Mrs Mansfield, who you probably have already spoken with, and if you haven't, you will be speaking to. Mrs Mansfield is the face of our school for admissions. She will answer any of your questions. She is the guru to answer anything to do with admissions in school. Mrs Mansfield, would you like to give us a wave? Hello. Okay. And now I'd like to introduce you to our deputy team. So Mrs Selwell, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Mrs Selwell, and you'll find me based over at Key Stage 1 in early years with my colleague Mrs Green. I'm in school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Mrs Green?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Welcome to Dorridge.
And in Key Stage 2, we also have Mrs Hales.
Hi there everybody, you probably won't meet me for a good few years yet, so I'm based over here at Key Stage 2, but I look very much forward to meeting you very, very soon.
Okay, that is our team. We also have Mrs Batham, who's our family support worker, who is here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and you can contact her via the school office. And also, we have Mrs Morrie, who we're going to hand over to now to talk to you about inclusion in school. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Robin Morrie and I'm the Inclusion Manager here at Dorridge Primary School. The main part of my role involves being the Special Educational Needs Coordinator, or the SENCO, and I work with families and children to support them throughout their time at Dorridge, from nursery all the way up to year 6, to make sure that they've got the provision that they need in order to access their education. I also work with any children who are in foster care and any children with English as an additional language. Anyway, I'm based over in Key Stage 2, but I am the SENCO throughout the whole of the primary school.
Right, I'm going to talk you through procedures for coming to and from school. Now, we very much hope that you will be starting back with us in reception on Monday, the 7th of September. Now, obviously, that date might change as we hear more news, so watch this space and we will be in contact with you. So on Monday the 7th of September, children who have already got brothers and sisters at school are invited to come at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock you come onto the playground at Key Stage 1, and when the doors open, we encourage you to come in with your children. We allow you to do that on the first day only. So you'll come in, you'll find your child's peg, and they'll have their name and a little picture, and becomes a symbol that they recognise. They can put their hats and things on their peg, and you can walk them through to their classroom. At that point, you'll hand over to the teacher, and you can go into the hall. We will be there with some tissues and a cuddle if you need it, and maybe a cup of tea or coffee as well with our PTA. You'll then leave school. For children who are new to us, you will start at 9:30. Same procedure, come onto the playground, 9:30, doors open, and you come in with your child. And again, we'll have that nice tea or coffee together on that first day. At the end of the day, you will then come onto the playground at Key Stage 1, and you will wait by the gate outside your child's classroom door. The teacher and teaching assistant will bring the children out, and they will not let your child go until they have seen you. And obviously over time they'll start to recognise your faces, or perhaps faces of family members or childminders that collect, and we start that homeschool relationship. So that's our procedures on the first day. On to uniform. You would have had a good uniform list from us when you perhaps came to our induction days before. Please, please, please ensure you name everything. I'm talking socks, I'm talking pants. Believe it or not, you will be amazed about what we find on our cloakroom floors. When the children are getting themselves ready at the end of the day, all sorts of things get left behind. So label everything. Please send a coating every day. You know what our weather's like, it may be sunny one minute, rainy the next, so send a coat in. We also ask you please no jewellery and very sensible shoes. So these slip-on ones, yes, they might look pretty for little girls, but they're no good if they're running and skipping and they'll fly off. So sensible footwear, please. We do need a PE kit in school every day. Children tend to have a little pump bag that you can buy from Early Years or Palmer's in Knoll. It's a blue one with a little red top and bottom. Pump bag in every day. It goes on their peg, and at half term we'll send it home for washing. It's also a really good time to check that their pumps still fit, because those little feet grow very quickly. You will also have a letter when you start reception about something called Forest School, and you will get a kit list for Forest School. And again, if you could name everything in that, please, waterproof trousers, wellies, it would be very useful and we'd very much appreciate it. As it says on the bottom of the slide there, Palmers or Early Years are our main providers of school uniform, but things like school skirts, trousers, supermarkets are just as good for, so don't feel that you have to just get everything from one place. Thank you.
Okay, so thinking about attendance then, it's very, very important that you send your child to school every single day. Obviously, we monitor every child's attendance, and in our school we're very proud to say that our attendance is actually outstanding, with an average of 97% of children attending every single day. If your child can't attend, obviously we don't expect them to come in if they're poorly, that's fine, and you then need to phone the school office to let us know that your child was sick. That will then stop somebody in the office giving you a ring and pestering you as to why your child is not here. If over a term your child's attendance level drops below 90%, then they will be contacted by a lady called Neelam, who works for another company called Seesaws, and they are basically an educational enforcement team. They're not here to come out and to fine you and to scare you. They're there to help and to offer support. So if you do get one of those letters, don't panic about it. It's there to see if we can do anything else to get your child into school more often. Okay. Leave of absence, a bit of a controversial one, but we do not authorise any holidays here at Dorridge Primary School in line with government guidelines. If you do want your child to have a day off from school, for whatever reason, whether it's medical, whether it's for a funeral, or whether it is for a holiday, you have to send a request into school. Now, these forms can be found in both of the school entrances. You complete it out with your reasoning as to why your child needs the day off, and then it will be returned to you, and it will have been signed by Mrs. Ash, and it will say whether it's an authorised absence or an unauthorised absence. But just be warned, if it's a holiday, it will definitely be unauthorised. Okay, so everything through school is done cashlessly. So that means that we use parent pay in order to pay for absolutely everything in school, whether it be for school lunches, for tuck shop at Key Stage 2, or for school trips. Everything is done online, meaning your child doesn't have to bring loose change in their pockets, which by the time they need to pay has always disappeared. So what will happen is you will get a letter, if you're not already on parent pay, and on that letter will give you a username and password, and then you'll set it up yourself, and then once that's happened, it's just there to go all the way through your child's whole school career, right from all the way through Dorridge and even up into Arden or wherever they go after that. So school fund is what we call a voluntary contribution into the school coffers, so to speak, and it's to pay for all those extra exciting things we like to provide for your children across the year.
Right, I'm going to talk to you about safeguarding in school. One of the most important things for your child is that they feel safe and secure here and that we can protect them. We have what's called designated safeguarding leads in school. That consists of Mrs. Ash, myself, Mrs. Thalewell, Mrs. Hales and Mrs. Fampton, who's our family support worker. We meet weekly to discuss how we can support the children and families of Dorridge Primary School. Another way in which we can do that is parents can access something called our Safer Schools app. So if you go onto your phone, you can search for the Safer Schools app, and that gives you a whole list of resources for how to keep your child safe online, and to provide you with information of how you can do that at home to support your children. It's a very simple process, as I said. Go to the Google App Store, download the app, but what you will need is a code for the next step. You type in the name of our school, continue, and then that's our code that you can use to put into the app so you can access anything that's news coming out from Dorridge Primary School for all based upon internet safety. I'll now hand over to Mrs. Mannion, who's going to talk to you about that induction into reception.